Hey YouTube, it's your girl Javina Love back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How are you doing, my busy bees? Staying busy, I hope. Keeping it sexy? Always, darling. Always. Excuse me. If I look a little beat up, I have been all day going through it. But, I mean, not all bad. Not until the end. I mean, it's okay, I think, if something hiccups in the beginning of the day. But then I was told by a very wise philosopher. We hear him on our radio station here locally. He has a podcast and a book, but I don't know the name and the station off the top of my head. I should have wrote these things down as notes, but I'm just flying off the seat of my chair right now because before I go any further, I wanted to let it know, like, from my mouth. That way there wouldn't be any confusion. I'm going to do it alive. I believe by the time you guys see this, I will have done the live. So I want to make sure that those who don't want to sit through like a 4-hour live and makeup look, they can just come quickly and have a life update. So, with that in mind, grab yourself something to drink, a cigarette, what have you. I mean, because in all honesty, the title of this video should be Shit Just Got Real. If I had the magic of editing, I would like slide the screen or something, but I don't have that yet. So, as you see a little difference, I got my cast off today. Today is actually October 16th. I'm going to be posting this on Instagram too. Not this portion, but the fact that, you know, I'm going to upload this tonight. So that it's ready and everybody knows that Sunday I'll go live. So, fast forward to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not gonna be going through everybody's business and everything that I went through. I can, but I just don't want to. I want this to be short and sweet and to the point. So around 2:30, I had my appointment with the orthopedic surgeon to check on my wrist. And I remember telling you all, and if you don't remember, I had a fractured bone behind my thumb, right here, and a torn ligament or tendon. I can't remember. It's torn, whatever it was, and it still hurts. And as you see, my thumb is only with the power of me moving my arm. I can only do that far, and then I have to turn my whole body to go with it because there's like, I can tick. That's the most I can do. So we did some x-rays. My fingertips had immediately turned blue after the cast was taken off. The cast was loose, but it had pressure points. The young lady who put it on was just a regular nurse, and I did not know that. The main technician or person, I don't know, who does these wrappings, like the one I have on now, and cast, was having surgery on her arm, on her hip, and so she was not there the day that I got casted. So with that in mind, I mean, it didn't really bother me. She said it was enough pressure where it needed to be. That way I wasn't in so much pain. Like I told you guys, I really wasn't in so much pain as long as I kept it up and not down. So I keep it up on my table here. But he told me that there's something wonky in your x-rays. And I said, well, you know, that's just me. I'm going to need to have you have a special MRI done where they will inject a dye into the bone and then another dye into your IV to do this MRI. Now, I thought about it, and I was like, you know, I was just letting him go. I was just like, He said that, well, mostly when they see something wonky like that, it's usually a tumor. I stopped after that, and I got kind of sideways and had to think. I looked down. He could see that I was kind of like confused, and he's like, whoa, 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 don't panic. They're not cancerous. Or he said they were cancers and not, I can't remember exactly how he stated it, but I believe he said they were tumors that can form in the bone, on a bone, beside a bone, can fracture your bone, can cause you issues when you have carpal tunnel and neuropathy. Like, it could be the reason why I have the nerve damage that I have in this arm, putting a lot of pressure on the nerves. They don't think it's just the tendon's fault while I'm in so much pain, because the fracture got worse in a cast over 4 weeks. Now you say to yourself, you say self, and you look at yourself and you say, didn't she just show her arm in an ace bandage? It's got a cast portion, but it's a soft cast band. It's for stability of the tendon, but not to engulf the thumb like it did with the cast. I am definitely doing a hand mask. I'll explain what that is in a bit. Let me try not to go off subject and off topic. So these tumors can form and fracture bones. They can cause what is called neuropathy, deadening of the nerves by putting pressure on the nerve or forming around a nerve. And so I thought, how long does it take to find out something like that, or something? The questions that I wanted, he could not answer. And now that I'm talking to you guys, it is now 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, maybe an 11 o'clock at night, because I really had to unwind a lot, but I was still on my feet the whole time, kind of walking back and forth, doing little chores that I'm not supposed to, but only with this hand. I have not used my hand except to, not even to help myself drive home. I think I did use it to like brace when I would make a turn or something, but at the time, I didn't think to do it like 10 and 2. It's just here or here, helping me, along with my legs, because I have an awesome, I'm not to brag, but I have an awesome, like, seat mechanism. I can't say it's the car itself, because the car, I mean, it's a little 2004 Kia Sorento. It's the way that you can move your seat up, back, and the legs can move up and forward and back, instead of you having to go like dragging it, and it has a set click, and that click 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 to get back. So I can angle my legs to help have my knee help me drive. I'm still off topic again. See, there you go. There you go. You get me off topic every time. But anyways, it's the seat mechanism, so I help myself drive home with that without using my hand. But I didn't think until I got home right now, like an epiphany, telling you guys this, that I should have had him scheduled for this hand too. That he should check them both. Due to They both had the same nerve damage exam done on the same day, even though this one's pain is more extreme. This one still, you guys see me in my lives, and you see me on the weekend, sometimes even in my other videos, with these dual black and gray um, hand wrist bands on. I did not think to, so I will. I'm gonna have to do that. I will. This video will definitely be my reminder to do that. Joe, don't forget, call Monday and let them know to push for both right and left, and then call your doctor, have them do the same. Okay, so that's my reminder to me, and to you guys not to worry. He says this is very common. They're benign. There's a way to fix them. There's, true enough, there's surgery. You have to open it up, the meat, and get down in there. But I text a few of the ladies from my church, and they've had the surgery done. And I've had a couple of my cousins where they've had, it's similar to what he said. It's similar to carpal tunnel correction surgery, except for instead of adding between the joint, they'll be removing said empty space, which is basically what a tumor is, empty space, and filling it back up with some kind of goop. I mean, I really don't remember all the terminology now. I'm sorry. It's pretty late, and I've only told, I would have to say 152 people. All of you, my daughter, and my father. I've only told you guys what the doctor said. And in all honesty, I'm not scared of a tumor. I'm not even scared if it's cancer, full-blown cancer. I'm really not. I'm just tired of being cut on. I'm tired of surgeries. I just had a birthday. I just found out that I was 43. I thought I was going to be 44 this year, and I was just telling my sister from another mister, I'm older than you are, and find out, nope, she's older than I am. Just by a few months, though. She's May, and I'm September, and so it's like, you're only 43, and I Googled. One thing I tell you guys not to do, I did. I just, sorry, they're doing donuts in front of my house because I live on the corner in like a 4 square or 3 square, because it's only like you can go this way, you can come back that way or this way. So there's like apartments on this side of the street behind me, and my condo here, and a house across the street. So they wipe out. They're hitting 1 or 3 of us, and I hate it. But anyways, I digress again. That's just, don't worry. Let's not worry. I'm just giving you an update, and my mind keeps wandering, and that's only because I think I'm really tired and worn out because I have been going all day. With that said, when I said hand mask, I went to the Dollar Tree to go do my de-stress walk, and I put these in my mother's Mother's Day box, and she really enjoyed them. I didn't never think to get them for myself, but after they took my cast off, I really need to do a hand mask. I really do. And these are at the Dollar Tree. I mean, it's 2 masks in there, 1 for each hand, so 1 pair, but I only need 1 hand to be moisturized and rejuvenated and loofah'd and get all the dead skin off, because that's the worst that happened. I didn't grow hair. My daughter's like, did your hair grow back? And I was like, honey, you forgot I don't have hair on my arm. But I have a birthmark here, and that's the only thing that does grow, like 3 or 4 sprouts of hair, which is weird, but I love it because it makes me special, and it does, it really does, because it looks like a California raisin. It just looks like a raisin, and I think, I don't know, I digress. I was going to get a tattoo put on it. I was thinking about it when my cousin came down for my birthday. She asked me what I wanted, and I said I wanted my birthmark turned into a California raisin, because that was one of my favorite movies back in the day when they had like the animated California raisins, and I loved it. So she thought that was funny. I said either that, it had to be that because they're brown, and my birthmark is brown. But if the guy could, dye it blue or like put a blue hue around it, I would want to make it into Bounce from Mrs. Spider's um, something farm. I can't remember the name of that cartoon, but my shorty that's going to be 16 next week definitely loved that show uh, when he was younger, and so and he was just like Bounce. Bounce was a bed bug, and he didn't have any arms, and then he would just bounce around. That's why they called him Bounce. But he had a big old mouth, and he was like looked like a little flat, squished blueberry. He just was so cute. Mrs. Spider adopted a lot of babies, and that show really showed through kids' eyes of bugs living in a small community, and some of them further than others. So there's houses, there's schools, there's the doctors, there's everything here, and everybody's a different bug, and they're all accepted. It showed them diversity, and I really loved that. And I'm looking for it now on Amazon. I want it. My granddaughter's only one, but she really needs to see it because my bug got to watch him while it was still on TV when it was on Nick Jr. But my granddaughter, it's not on Nick Jr. anymore, so I gotta get it for her. I digress again. But yeah, that's what this does to me. Sugar. It makes you go brrrr, and that's what I did. But I wanted to just give you a life update. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you are new here, I'm sorry. If you stumbled upon this as your first video, I apologize. Um, my videos are normally not this down, but they definitely leave you laughing like I am now. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. I never was. So I want to make that very clear for you guys. And I don't need you to be sad. Don't say, I'm sorry, Joe. No, this is something that is natural. It happens. And it can happen to anybody. It could happen to you. And it had nothing to do with nothing. It had nothing to do with me breaking anything. It had nothing to do with me being overworking my arm when I was younger, crocheting or knitting and sewing, doing something like none of the tedious acts. I used to do beading, all kinds of crazy stuff, and clay sculptures. So none of that. He said none of that, and Google confirmed none of that overworking caused this to happen. It just happens, and they don't know exactly why it happens. It's a medical anomaly, I guess, but I'm going to go look into it more because it can't be that much of an anomaly if there's so many of us that I found out that are going through it or gone through it. And they straight up, a lot of them said they were all benign. But the pain to get to this point is crazy. Crazy. It makes you think you just have carpal tunnel. It thinks you think you just have nerve damage. And to find out after all this, my daughter that was one thing she said. She said, for years everybody would complain with your bands and your carpal, your carpal tunnel being hard for you to drive, and now a specialist. It took you moving out of your childhood home and moving into your own place and being tortured by surgeons to finally find one that says, hey, this is what's happening to you. But yeah, don't worry. Come on back. Subscribe. Leave a comment. I'll be here, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.